Hello, good afternoon. My name is Oyuli Israel Toby. Yesterday we had a topic on simultaneous equation. So today, I would say we need to do more calculations. So this is not going to be like simultaneous equation yesterday. This is a quadratic equation. So I just titled it the quadratic equation. So with this, we have starting from 108, we're going to start with the quadratic equation. So what is the quadratic equation? So with this formula, I'm going to say quadratic equation is x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root, or say the square root of the square root of b square minus 2 times a times c minus b plus or minus the square root of b square minus c, then we can say the square root from line 109 is then divided by 2 times a. So now how is it going to be solved? So we first solve the square root. So how do we solve the square root? So I can say, making use of C sharp. So how will I write the square root? So the square root, I will say, okay, I want to solve what are the items that are into the square root. So I can say, instead of using int, there's what we call variable in C sharp. I can say variable, let's say variable d is what the square root. So I might want to just use the square root. So to use square root in C sharp, you have to import the math library. So I might want to import the math library. So math dot, so I might want to import the square root. So this is the square root. So what's the library? A library is what they call, okay, let me explain a library. In a library, you have a lot of books inside. So any books that are not inside the library is not the library. So in library, we have a lot of books. So those books are so much that you have to go through those books in those library. So we have a lot of books. So since we have a lot of books in those library, so when you want to pick a book, you just go into the library, you pick a book, you go into the library, you pick a book. So once that is done, that is what they call what a library, because you can go there and read. So, but with this math, the square roots, so inside C sharp, there are libraries. So math is a library in C sharp. So math is a library in C sharp. So math is a library in C sharp. I keep repeating to let you know that it's a library. There are other kinds of libraries in C sharp. So it has been designed to do the work of what? Getting what called mathematical equations. So I want to say, okay, math the square root of, so math of square root of b, so I can say b square. So I can say b square same as b times b. So I can say b times b minus 2 times a, b square, s is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 2 a c. So with this, so a is a variable, b is a variable, and c is what? A variable. So I can declare it using var a is equal to 0. So variable is declared as variable. So variable b is equal to what? 0. And I say variable c is equal to what? 0. So with this, we have everything equal to 0. Variable A equal to 0, B equal to 0, C equal to 0. So variable is marked the square root of B squared minus 2AC. So with this, so the numerator is being solved, but I've not gotten the final conclusion. So with this, we have to input the values for A, B, and C. So we get to a stage we're going to make use of this. Now with this, we're going to move to another part, which is getting the calculations. So square root, so quadratic equation consists of three roots. So the quadratic equation consists of three roots, which are as follows. So the word wrap view. Now, number one, you have the real roots. So number two, we have the imaginary roots. The third one is the unique root. So these are the three roots in quadratic equation. So we're going to continue. So we have variable d is marked the square root of b squared minus 2ac. So we want to calculate each root. So we declare a variable for each root, saying y1 equal to what? 0. We have another variable y2 is equal to what? 0. So let me see what it's saying. See, unnecessary assignment. Okay. So we want to calculate it. So how we get the final answer of y1 and of y2. So we continue with our formula. So I can say y1 so is equal to, so I can say minus b minus b minus square root. So since the square root has been calculated, so minus b minus d. Why? Because the square root has been calculated. That's minus d. So with this, we have the first one. So it cannot convert type this into this into this. So it's trying to tell you that the types are what's taken into place, and it's causing some conflict. So how do we solve it? So I think we just have to stream it, making use of double. So let double solve the problem. So y2 has not been declared, so I can just comment for y2 for now. So I'll save it. Now b and d. So cannot easily compare type double to what? To int. So we need to use y1. Let's turn it to double, and that solves the problem for y1. So same for y2, we use double. y2 is equal to minus b plus d. So saying unnecessary assignment of a value to y2. So I might say, okay, unnecessary assignment of y2 to this, then Control C, Control V. So let me just look at it and say, okay, on extra estimate, a local variable for value y already exists. So let me just use y2 is what double. Let me just take it back. Y2 is equal to 0. So y2 is what? Minus b plus d plus d. So with this, I want to print it out. So you can say console dot right line, right line. So I want to create y1 then plus y2. So with this, now we move on and we check this. So I can declare both of them. Why it's saying this? I can declare both of them at once without wasting each our spaces. So y2, y1, double y1, and double y2. Let me just declare them is equal to what? A 0. So these are semicolon. So let me just use this underscore. Okay, underscore. So you don't want it to be this. Let's use this underscore. It's this. So with this underscore y1. So okay. So I'm going to print them out. I'm using this so we can know the difference and that stop the compiler from picking up an error. Okay, y1 and y2. So we might have this problem. I want to solve this problem. Let's say I can say I can say 2 say 2 a square s square 2s square plus let's say 2s square plus let's say plus 8x plus let's say 18 is equal to 0. So yeah, if you look at this example, a is 2, b is 8, and c is what? 18. Okay, so how do we solve this problem? We have to run the code stating c is a constant which is 18, a is 2, b is 8, and c is what? 18. So it calculates the what is the double. Okay. So it's been calculated. So we consider line y1 plus y2. So I'm going to comment this guy. I'll save it. So I'm going to save this and comment this guy. So now I'm going to run the application. So let's say the result y1 plus y2. This is our code. This simple example. This is the root is an original root. So once you can print out y1 and y2. So you can see not a number. So it's telling us that it is not a number. So that means we need to break something down for we to be able to calculate it. Now, what are we going to break down? Let's just pick up this square root. Let's pick up the square root and let's give it, let's say um let's say double D is equal to this. Now with this, we now calculate the square root the square root the square root variable is equal to, this is the square root, just leave it as the square root. So we now have variable d. Double D is this. So let's print it out. Let's say console dot right line d. I can say the variable d is, so variable d is plus d. Okay, was that taken into shape? We save it. Now we want to know the value of d before we find the square root of it. So now let's find this. Let's know what the value of D is. Then we continue from there. When we're getting a 0, when we're getting a 1, when we're getting a 2. So the variable D is what? Minus 8. So with this, we're able to solve the formula stating, okay, if this is minus 8, so and A is 2, so 2 plus minus 8, that's what? Minus 6. So with this, we're able to get just one output stating that the variable is what? Minus 16. Is it the same root? Oh, there's a mistake here. So we added it together. So now what are we going to do? Let's put a space, then a plus. So they will not be added together, so they should be separate. I want to put them to be separate. So both of them are separate. They got y1 separately, we have y2 separately. That's it. So y1 is what? 0, and y2 is what? Minus 6. So with this, we're able to solve the problem of making use of quadratic equation. So next week, this is very short. I want you to practice it. That will be tomorrow. We're going to move to the use of console dot what read console dot read. So how we are going to what enter our inputs on our console outputs, and with that, whatever we enter, solve the problem and displays the result back to us. Thank you so much. Can't wait to have you tomorrow. My name is to stand as Israel Oyino Etopi. I want to say thank you, and please drop a comment on what our YouTube channel, on our channel's our channel, and surely if you have any question, ask us any question and we'll get back to you. Thank you. Love you. We cherish you. You're wonderful. Thank you and have a great day and evening. Bye bye. Thank you.